Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today, I wanted to show you some tips and tricks on how I have farmed over 3,000 FE. Have three full kitted characters pushing into T8, T7, T8 maps. I'm not like forcing like big boss fights, right? The characters that I'm running aren't made for big boss fights. I'm not pushing Pirate 3 invitations, right? 'Cause I don't want to farm that stuff. The characters that I made were for very fast map farming so that I could build a lot of currency. And then if I want to go boss farming, I'll make a character with the currency that I've made that is decked out that can go in there and just face tank Pirate 3 invitations, right? So um, today's video is going to be showing you little tips and tricks using the currency strats that I have already released. You know, the three videos that I've already put out going over Ember farming, Dark Surge farming, the no cost invitation farming, and things of that nature, and how I've combined those three to be able to make, upwards of 3,000 FEs, and I'm currently sitting on like 600 FEs right now, trying to farm some more just so I have enough in case I decide to finish making any builds or anything like that, right? So um, we're gonna use the information that we got, right? Um, a lot of questions that I'm getting on my YouTube's videos are, well, how are you getting two specific cards every time, and da 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 da. And I'm not, right. I'm not getting 100% chance for boss and 100% chance for additional boss every time. That's the RNG aspect of this game and the farming strategies that you're using, and why it's important for you to use, a combination of whatever farming strats you want to use. Like I am using my Ember farming strat, my Dark Surge farming strat, and the no cost invitation farming strat to accomplish what I'm doing, right? So in case I don't get the Dark Surge cards I want, I can still throw in an Embers card if I get that Embers card in there. And Dark Surge is really good for Embers just because the monsters that you spawn in at the end of the day are magic monsters, and they'll drop embers for you, right? And then of course, we're just blasting maps as fast as we can. So at the end of the day, the invitations that I'm going and beating the boss, getting the beginnings, I'm just saving those up and selling those in bulk for good money. And then of course I occasionally get the two boss cards. But on top of that, you can do a lot of good currency from Dark Surge, from Ember farming, if you can just see what cards you have stacked up and make the right decisions based on those cards, right? A lot of the Dark Surge cards drop memory fragments. So if you get two good Dark Surge cards for memory fragment rewards, use some compasses that duplicate those memory fragments or something like that. That way you're getting a chance for a lot more of those memory fragments, right? And a lot of these decisions are based on just people knowing the cards they're running and what they can do to juice them up, right? So we're gonna go in game. I'll show you some situations that I currently have on my maps, right? I don't think I have any good, perfectly lined up cards right now, and I'll show you some decisions that I'm making with the cards that I do have so that I can increase the money that I make while I wait for my Dark Surge cards to line up perfectly. So let's get into the game. Let's check it out and see some of the decisions that I'm making, how I'm making my decisions, and maybe this will help you make better decisions with your decks so that you can start making more currency. And then we'll go over the stuff that I'm selling, how I'm selling it, why I'm selling it, and things of that nature. All right, let's get into it. So as you can see right here, we got the so as you can see right here, we got the Thunder Wasteland. I got two Dark Surge cards already lined up. Neither one of them are like really crazy, right? Chance for an elite, chance for gear. We got additional monsters of that nature, right? Things that will stack with this are drop quantities, drop rarities. You can, if you're trying to do like a precious, you can run this card. This stacks with Dark Surge, and then because you have so many more monsters now because of Dark Surge, you have extra chances for legendary gears that drop become precious. Another good set of cards, right? Let's go into this one. And you can see down here at the Dark Surge card section that you got gear, you got commodities, we got fragments, right? So if I get one or two of these memory fragment cards, like I was talking about, we'll run a compass that gives me, 15-20% chance for those memory fragments to double. And, any good memory fragments that come out, like Sightless or any of those, that's money in the bank. You can use those to make FE, right? I have pulled, the bulk 9 pack of FE out of my memory fragments, quite a few times just because I'm doubling up the fragment cards, right? And a lot of our other cards in the game, right? Monster packs, that stacks, right? Like I showed you earlier, our rarity cards, drop quantity cards, those stack. You can use those to just get a little bit more juice out of your cards if things aren't going your way. Now, obviously, you want to be aiming for your two Dark Surge cards, right? You want to aim for the 100% chance for a boss, and you want to aim for the 100% chance for an additional boss. That's where the good money comes from, right? You get a doomed drop that's 20 FE right then and there, right? And so that does make a difference. But you have to be setting yourself up for getting that chance by running, let's say, like your honesty cards and things of that nature, right? Like if you're not running this at the beginning so that you can push your maps from 5 maps that you run before a reshuffle to 7 or 8 maps before you run a reshuffle, then you're losing 3 chances for you to get that card, right? And then any of these cards that I have in my deck on any of my farming strats, for the most part, you can see that they don't cost me anything to run. So I'm not losing one of my 5 maps just because I run this card. So if I don't get Dark Surge or I don't get any of the cards I need to pull Dark Surge out of the deck, I can run these cards. It's not going to hurt me any, right? If I have any, because it says it removes some magic cards. If I have like my Zeal or something like that on, I'll run my Zeal, use that magic card up, then I'll run this card, which cost me nothing, right? I still have 4 maps after I run this card, and now I have a chance to pull more cards or more Dark Surge from the map so that I can get my farming strat going, right? Um, so I just wanted to go over that just so you can start, use this information to start helping you make um, better choices if things don't go in the right direction, right? Because you're not always going to get the 100% chance for an additional boss or 100% chance for your boss to show up, right? And then the things that I've been selling are simply everything in here that I don't need, right? We can see that my character is fully kitted. I've crafted, for the most part, all high level gears, right? I'm not going for T1s across the board that cost way too much. I don't need it right now. My character does T7, T8 maps. He does the T8 difficulty league mechanic and things of that nature. So I don't need to like just be perfect on all my gear for that to work. So embers in bulk selling, you know, if I'm not using any flame stand currently to craft, selling it in bulk so people have some that they can buy. Our Ambrian cores for corruption, I'm selling those so people can buy them. Proof of the Brave, right? Because I'm not trying to run no Proof of the Brave right now. We're selling everything that we got, right? Ominous Embers, Restless Embers. I've even sold some Netherrealm Renaissance just because I'm not using that much. Like I roll like 2 or 3, get good 60-70% quantity rarity on my map, and you can see, and I've been doing that on every one. You can see I still have over 300 of these sitting in here, so I don't need that many, right? People are using those to help get beacons and things like that. We can see that I'm selling the beginnings in bulk, right? I'll farm up a good 15, 20 of these, put them on there, sell them in bulk, get me some nice currency. And this, you're getting these just by running maps and then killing your boss. So every time you see that the Watcher is 8 of 8, go kill him, and you'll make a beginning, and you can sell it for bulk. We're selling our edicts, right? Because that's what we're aiming for with our dark surge farm, is to be able to get these to drop and then sell them at bulk prices, right? So you can see I got another three down here and everything else. These are the um, memory fragment compasses that I'm talking about, right? We get two good dark surge memory fragment drops, and then I can put this compass on and get a 5% chance, and that's just because this is, the low level of the compass. You get the higher versions, you get upwards of 10, 15, 20% for your memory fragments to multiply, which ends up being some pretty good currency. You're going to want, if you get two or three good dark surge cards in a row, because of their 15, 20% chance for dark surge to be on the map, by your third one, start running you some Seed of Regret or Seed of Despair or the other ones, Seed of Worry, just so that you're getting more out of your Dark Surge, right? Like putting compasses on your maps, whether they're, something you're aiming for or not. Obviously, don't be using like your big ones until you have everything set up. But just putting current compasses on your maps is additional currency that you're adding, whether it's monster pack size, quantity drop, rarity drop, memory fragments doubled, or anything like that. You're gonna just what I do when I go into my map is I'll say I go in here, I click a map, click next, and I literally just like drag down sideways and just add compasses in, right? Until I get something that the cards are lined up the way I want them, right? I'm just throwing compasses on, rolling good 60, 70% quantity, and going on about my day, right? I'm not trying to spend more time sitting right here on this screen. I'm trying to spend all my time in maps so that I can run my watchers up as high as I can, as quickly as I can. I can farm currency as fast as I can. The more maps you run, the better. This stopping and checking your gear, or go check the trade house or something like that, diminishes your returns, because while you're doing that, I'm blasting another 3 or 4 maps, just running maps, because I'm not stopping my, running maps. I literally come out of a map, I run another map, come out of a map, run another map, right? So I hope this helps. You can see some of my thought process with what I'm farming, right? I haven't had a single good drop other than the minion helmet, which sold for like 250 FE. And outside of that, it's literally been things that I've been bulk selling for like 1 FE a piece, at 30 items at a time, right? Or some dooms. Like I think I don't even know if you can still see it, but I had like 3 or 4 dooms up on the market, which are 20 FE a piece. But that's what I'm farming, right? That's what we want out of it. So yeah, I already deleted it, but I hope this helps. I hope it gets you in the right mindset of how I'm thinking about my Dark Surge farm, right? Because a lot of the comments that I'm seeing are, well, how do you get two specific cards to line up and make currency, da da da, da, and I'm not, right? It's RNG based. I am not relying on that for my money. When it does hit, I do make good currency out of it, because that's when I throw all my good compasses on, you know, and use it to the best that I can to make as much money out of it as I can. But since the cards are RNG based, I am doing things that I know will get me little investments, and then I can sell that in bulk, because it's almost guaranteed at that point that I'm making currency off that. I'm not waiting on my next big legendary precious drop so that I can make a couple hundred FE, but then I sell that, I use it to build up my character, and now I don't have FE because I never learned how to bulk run maps and bulk sell the things that I'm getting from it, right? So I hope this helps you guys out. Uh, much love. I appreciate it. Thank you for checking out the video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and we'll be posting a league mechanic video within the next couple days, just going over the way that I set my league mechanics up, how I'm farming an average 3 to 10 FE out of my league mechanic every time I run one, just from the equation that I have come up with and have used and adjusted over the 2 weeks that the league mechanic has been out, so that and I've got it pretty dialed in to where I know when I go in there, I'm getting 3 FE out of this just because my base percentages or numbers weren't high. I didn't get no legendary choices or anything like that. And then I know when I go in there, I'm like, okay, this one's going to be really good because I've gotten, you know, drops 14 fuel and then 100% chance to multiply or, good 40% chance to upgrade or something like that, right? Just from stacking modifiers together. So we'll be going over that in the next couple of days. Thanks again, guys. I really do hope this helps and that you can start making a lot of good currency. You can start pushing your characters into the end game. Um, if you have any questions about where you can find specific cards or how I'm lining my cards up or which currency I'm using or compasses I'm using or anything, make sure you leave them down in the comments. And I'm at work currently, so I'll respond as soon as I can, and we'll get you on going on the right side. So much love. Thanks for checking it out. Peace.